Well, hello everyone. Happy Friday. And I did want to just go over today's trade and just kind of go over the week and lessons learned, some things that I learned throughout trading first week of January 2025. Okay, so for those who are not, um, you know, I think when people think of turning $100 and turning to $100,000, think that that's such an impossible feat, or that's just not something that most people would think about doing. But the beauty of compounding interest is 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 almost phenomenal. So this spreadsheet is what I'm using to track um, the progress of the challenge, right? And at the beginning, right, because I'm starting out with $121. I think I started out with $121. And so at the beginning, it's going to look like nothing, like you're not making any money, right? Um, but, and even though the first 2 days, I got started and then I think I had to wait for the price to drop, and it didn't really drop until where I wanted it to be until Wednesday. So that first trade, no, till Tuesday. So it went from Tuesday to Wednesday, I think, and it ended on Wednesday. So that's why you don't see anything in the first two blocks. But if you were to go all the way down to, what is it, April, right? So that same $100, if you just kept compounding it and finding at least a 5% trade every day, and I might get to a point where I might take some small shorts. I'm gonna try not to, because the way Coinbase does shorts, you don't have access to that money for, I think it's 48 hours. So I'm trying not to do shorts until the market is ready to be shorted. So, and if you don't understand what shorts is, if you're new to trading, short is when you make money with the price going down. Long trades are when you make money with the price going from a low price to a high price, right? And so for right now, it's looking like I could be at a 10,000 per month income, which would equal $100,000 a year income around the beginning of April. I am giving myself at least 6 months to turn this into a six-figure income. But if somebody was like, well, no, I don't want the $10,000 per month, I want the actual six figures, right? So if that is the case, you could have the six figures by the end, based off of this. If you kept getting 5% every day, which is very feasible in crypto, you could be at six figures by somewhere in May of this year. Not just the $10,000 a month, right? I personally want to get it to the $10,000 a month and then keep trading that $10,000 a month to create a six-figure income. So, but this goes to show you that you can also create the $100 into six figures less than a year. Some people waste $100 on, I know I have been even at a restaurant, right, and spent close to $100 between two people for dinner, depending on what kind of restaurant we're talking about. But or just out shopping, buying some things. So the fact that you can turn $100 into six figures is, to me, the almost garden effect, and like basically taking little seeds and creating a tree, right, that produces fruit for you. So that's the way I'm kind of looking at it. But we're gonna go ahead and go into the trades. So the first trade, what I did was I first drew out these parallels, trend lines against the bottoms, and I did against the tops, so that I can have something to kind of guide me. And then as it started to go beyond the tops and the bottoms, I drew, as I saw another trend happening, I drew little minor ones just to kind of guide me as the price is moving. So yesterday we were in this area right here, and it was just a small trade, I think 2.21%. And today it basically bounced up and then bounced back down. I saw it hit here. I know that I would always draw a little fib just to kind of give me guidance. So what I typically would do is draw a little minor fib from here to here, and I need to take this extension off and change all right, so it bounced off of the 50%, right? So it came down, went up, came back down, but I came in right here when I saw that it touched this parallel, and it was not trying to come out of here. I just went ahead because I saw that overall we were in an upward trend. So this was a buying opportunity once it hit here, and then just put a stop loss below here just in case if it wants to come out of this parallel channel. So this was like basically a confirmation that it's not coming out of this channel. And then I set a target. I really was hoping that we could get at least to this resistance area right here. I have a trend line. I mean, it's like a trend line going across, and you can see it better on the higher time frame. But then when I saw, this is a reason why I do the little parallel trend lines to guide me as it's going through a trend inside of the bigger trend. And I saw that it came out, and then it created a double top. So that's when I decided to get out, and I got out right below that double top right here. So right now I am hoping that we can come back and touch this parallel this bottom parallel trend line, and hit either this little support area or this one. So the next thing for me to do, I had it up there, but I took it off because I knew I was going to be doing this video. Let me remove this one so it's not so cluttered. And so I'm gonna just do another and start to this low and come up. And maybe I just bring it across so that I can see where it could possibly end. And what sometimes I do is get rid of some of the fib lines that I don't need. I don't need this one, don't need this one. I just want the 50% and below 100. So I don't need this, don't need this. I'm gonna make this a little bit darker so I can see it. And where's the other one? this one a little darker. Lock. And I already have alerts set. If you notice off to the side, little triangles, white triangles off to the side. One is above here. I probably am going to move it. Now I will keep that the same. And one below this bottom right here. So, and just see if we can make it at least to this support area against this trend line. And you know, it might peak out, but just wait for it to kind of hit it, bounce, and not come out once it bounces. And then I'll go back in. And once, if that were to happen without it falling completely out, my next target will be right here at this 50% line. And if I go to the higher time frame, to the hourly, this is where this is coming from. It's coming from, let me go to the 4 hour so you can see it better. It's coming from this top to this bottom, right? And the 50% mark is right here. So it's a likelihood that it could pass through a little bit, but usually the 50% line is an area of resistance. So I'm gonna just make that my target. And another thing I learned while we on here, say for instance, like you see that those trend lines that I had on that lower time frame are not on here. You can take them off for certain time intervals. Like I just drew that smaller fib that you see right here. If I go back to the 15 or the 5 minute chart, and I only want to see it on the 5 minute and maybe the 1 minute, all you have to do is just right click on it, click up here, and visibility on intervals. And I want only the current and below. So I don't want to see it on when I go to my hourly, right? It's gone, or my 4 hour, because it's just going to lead to more clutter and I won't be able to see what's really happening on the higher time frames. But what I will do is actually add parallel trend lines for the higher timeline. And I'll just do that now. And start right here at this bottom and okay, and hit lock, and then just right here. And hit lock. So, and I'm also going to do, well, I'm going to keep these on for, let me see what it looks like when I go to the 5 minute, because it might like, no, it looks good. So, and that's pretty much it. So the other ones that we made this week was, so today was the 6.32, then yesterday was a 2.21. The first one, it went from, it actually carried over a span of 2 days. So it went from like, started on Thursday, Wednesday, ended on Thursday. So, and then this one was on Thursday to Friday, and then another trade on Friday, basically. So it may not always end up, the trade might end like on the next day. So lesson I think I learned from that is, like, when I go to it does kind of like put me just a tad bit behind. If I were to subtract, so probably under $10, right? So hopefully I can make that up over the weekend. Oh, wait a minute. Let me put that back. So, yeah, 144 versus 151. So hopefully over the weekend I can, maybe something will happen over the weekend. Hopefully we hit that parallel and go to the 50%. And let's see what that is. What okay. So if we were to come to about right here and go up here, so about 5%. So, but I'm still okay. It's just a few dollars, because there's gonna be a point in time where we're gonna have like a rampant move, and it'll probably be a bigger percentage, because when I look at overall, like where I think the top might be for this particular coin, I'm hoping that we can get past where we were, before, and at least make it somewhere close to this area, which would be overall 643% gain. So basically like a 6x. But if I were to not do the small trades, the 6x wouldn't be that much. It would be taking $100 to $600. But by compounding daily, you actually get way more money out of it. So that is pretty much the whole goal. And that's pretty much it, right? So it's just a matter of just waiting for things to move. And another thing I do, I can take these off now since I've shown it, is after near the end of the day, I will use this one indicator to show the different time zones to see, are we making, you see it's got Europe and then New York, so it was like it's trending down. Now we made a higher high than Europe did, right? So what I might expect is just I don't know, we kind of like just a tad bit higher than Europe, right? I'm thinking that it's kind of like up in the air, because we're so close to where from Europe. Europe's high versus our high. Hoping that Asia comes in and do another higher high, right? And then fall out and start doing lower lows. So we'll see this evening. I'll just let the alerts go off. And that one thing about trading, even if I were to go out, I could still make these trades from my phone, because I have I have it mapped out on here, right? And so I don't have to be at home to make a trade. So I know what price point I want and to go in at, and then I know what price point I want to go out. So it's just a matter of me entering those numbers in. I could be at the dinner table, wherever, and that's the beauty of trading. So, but that will do it. Thank you guys, and I'll give another update if anything happens this evening. I'll give another update tomorrow.